Yo.
We're back on it today.
We back. Oh, can you not curse in the first 5 minutes?
Dang, I forgot. My bad, YouTube.
I appreciate
Jesus.
that. It helped me edit less. Even though I don't edit. You guys know I don't edit.
I barely curse on this podcast. I feel like I barely cuss on this podcast.
Insert the gorilla meme.
Gorilla? You think I know the
No,
clothes?
you using
like,
a
so why
bad
you think-
example. That
I'm like,
one
okay,
time
Bro,
I went
spaz.
gorilla mode on during that gorilla topic because you guys were making me upset talking about
What's the gorilla gonna do? What's the gorilla gonna do?
Never
And
mind.
you just spazzed out. I was like, yo.
If you guys
bro.
want to see that moment, check out the clips or go back to the episode.
Just like an episode or two ago. But anyway, welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of CJ Muted. I'm your host Gene,
I'm your host, Chris.
and your favorite duo.
Yeah, it's their favorite duo.
Favorite duo.
Your favorite hosts.
Your
or your
favorite
most
host.
favorite hated people.
I feel
Either
like we're
or.
more hated than fave, because
Listen, I
in
support.
the comment sections, what I see is hate most of the time.
I be seeing the hate, and I just be like, "Yo, shout out to you guys."
Let's talk about
I'm
how
glad we're able to invoke some emotion.
people really go out of their way to be hateful, but don't go out of their way to like spread some love or like some appreciation. That's really because
No,
going
I
out of your
see-
way to type a hate comment on a video
I see the comments.
is
that-
crazy.
I see the comments that are like nice. They're
I
like, "Oh,
don't. All I see is the hate. I don't see the positive
It's a matter of perspective.
comments. It's not a matter
Someone
of
said you were right in an argument.
they did. Shout out to you, bro. Um, I see mostly the hate comments. I don't mind them. I just laugh at them most of the time. But I just start
At some
thinking
point,
like,
I'm gonna
bro,
start like responding to them just for the fun of it.
because I'm the type online. I don't comment on anything.
I comment occasionally.
Like, you can go through my digital footprint, and I doubt you'll find any comments on like any video or
so
like.
you have no opinions on
It's
society.
not that I have no opinions. I just don't bother to comment because like, okay, what's the point?
To convey your thoughts.
Okay, that's why I have this platform.
But this platform's new. How'd you
Okay.
convey your thoughts before?
Prior, I kept them to myself, like,
Do you think the
or I
world,
talked about them with
do you think
people
more
in the
people-
real world.
do you think more people should just keep their thoughts to themselves? You think that people don't deserve mics?
Wait, you shooting a shot?
No. Did I help you? Did I help you?
My bad. Anyways, I was trying to help you out. Anyways, I honestly feel yes, some people need to keep their opinions to themselves. I know this clip is gonna go viral and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you talk about yourself, right?" Shut the fuck up. Clearly, we're the exception. And anybody else out there with a successful podcast.
Facts.
But yeah, some people definitely need to keep their thoughts to themselves.
I think so too. You know.
My problem with that,
I don't. I think everyone should just
no. Sometimes
speak their truths.
I scroll on Twitter, right? And then I see,
Oh, we're not gonna talk about Twitter. That's different.
oh my God, I see the most random statement that I didn't need to see just plastered on my freaking face right there.
What kind of statement?
I was scrolling,
What was the most recent one? Tell me.
most recent one, like this morning, fresh off the wake up.
Listen, Twitter. Come on, let's go.
Listen, fresh off the wake up.
up.
After my shower,
You
like,
open
got
Twitter
ready.
fresh off the wake up.
Hold on. After my shower, I got ready for work, right?
Mm.
Decided to sit down and scroll a little bit, right? First thing I see when I open Twitter, I let my uncle eat my butt at a Thanksgiving party one time. Dang, why did he do that? It was by accident, though. Why did I need to know that from some random person that I've never met, that I don't even follow?
That is crazy.
I have never even interacted with them. Plastered on my timeline like that. Why do I need to know that about this person? Why do people
That's
feel
not-
the need to share stuff like that with the world? Why? What's the point? What was
Engagement.
the outcome?
Engagement.
what, likes and fucking retweets?
Yes.
You can think of something more creative to engage
Some people
with the
can't.
people.
Some people can't. Can you?
Their account wasn't even popular.
Yo, they just let that shit go. Maybe they were holding it in for a long time, and that was their only way to let it go. Because of what the
Like, bro, what? Go speak about that with your therapist or something, not the world. Why do I need to see that?
That's
I
therapy for some
immediately,
people.
you know that feature on Twitter where you be like, mute this person
Yeah.
or like, don't show me something like this again. Immediately, when I read that, immediately click that button. Cause like, what the fuck? Why did I need to see that?
Yeah, that's a random. That's not something I need to see on my wake up.
Like, bro,
Neither do I need to see the morbid shit that I see on Twitter.
the morbid. Oh, that's another thing too. The people that repost freaking like shootouts and people getting killed on Twitter and stuff like that.
I hate that it pops up.
That
but,
pops up like.
but when it pops up, I'm like,
constantly.
I
then
watch it.
Sometimes I get caught watching it
And I'm
because
just
like
I don't need to see this right now.
we need to talk about that part of our brain that want to see a disaster happening, but at the same time
Yeah.
we don't want to see it.
Yeah, like we
'Cause,
don't
like,
want to see it, but
Whenever it pops up, when I read the headline "shootout, 3 dead" or something like that, or like some, the
yeah, I've
typical-
seen them, but yeah,
Immediately I'm glued to the video, even though I know something traumatic is about to happen on the screen
just
and
like,
I'm
yo.
about to see it. I'm glued to the video until the end. Sometimes I even rewatch it and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't need to see that. Why did this get posted? Why did I watch this?
because you watched it and it's gonna keep. Well, I think that social media is now based on not what you like and just what you keep your attention to. So if you watch it, if you look at it enough, like if you freeze your screen on it enough, it's gonna pop up in your algorithms again. You don't even have to like it.
That's crazy, man.
So you look at
And-
anything for any amount of time, it's like, oh, we think you like this but secretly like this because you won't like it publicly. That's why some people's pages become goons no matter what they like or not like.
What you mean? Some people's Instagram reels and
Some
Twitter reels.
Instagram Explore pages, Twitter
No.
pages.
I have a different opinion on that.
Okay.
I feel like those companies, those algorithms, push that type of content
Oh
no
no, they
matter
definitely have a push for it
what. No matter what.
because it sells.
Like obviously, I feel like because you can go on Instagram and not even engage or like even like stop to look at those kind of content and stuff like that. No matter what you do, you're still gonna have it. You're still gonna get it. It's weird,
Yeah, it pops up.
like completely. Those super goons, they're the one that like it publicly, and then their feed completely turns into that. Like, but you got regular people out there that it just shows up no matter what. Even on fresh accounts, I recently made a fresh Instagram account for something like a private, very private Instagram that nobody know that I have.
Oh, I thought that was for the sports thing.
Oh no, it's not for the sports thing.
Uh-oh.
Dang, why you have to make me feel bad about not starting the?
I thought you started it.
I haven't
I thought
yet.
you were making. I'm like, oh, you started the Instagrams for it.
I haven't yet. I'm about to though. You just reminded me. The thing about that kind of content, right? Let me finish this thought, right? So yeah, I feel like you get that kind of stuff promoted to you regardless. It's just I feel like it's a push by those companies, but I'm sure there's studies out there that show that support what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure there are.
But again, I wanted to talk to you about the anxiety of starting or venturing somewhere new. So you know how we have this podcast, right?
We have a podcast.
Like, it feels natural for me to sit here and talk to you about stuff that we talk about and about, our routine, our topics, everything, our dynamic. It feels very natural. But the idea of me doing it solo, I've been running into a roadblock. I'm not gonna lie. Main reason why I haven't started that soccer channel that I was talking about a few episodes ago.
I get what you're saying. Are you saying that like you don't know what you were gonna do, like how it would look solo?
Yeah, I don't know. I get this weird anxiety of like
I think
talking to the camera by myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
that's all you just do. Just talk to the
I
camera.
know, but like
You ever streamed before?
briefly,
Oh, okay.
but I had people that I was talking to while streaming. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
I never really stream by myself. You know what I mean?
You got to do that.
When I used to stream, my ex was in the comment at the time, and she used to like interact with me. You know what I mean? So it was still an interaction, but I've never streamed where like it's just me and the camera, and like I don't know who I'm talking to or who I'm interacting with. You know? So and then in the sense of like recording these soccer videos, I mean I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I have this weird anxiety about it. But I have anxiety about everything. I was diagnosed with severe anxiety. So
well, you gotta fight.
I have anxiety about everything. Everything.
You gotta get through that anxiety somehow.
It's easier said than done, bro. When you have severe anxiety.
Steal yourself. Steal yourself. Steal your resolve.
I don't know how I even got comfortable doing this podcast.
What podcast?
I feel like it just happened.
What podcast are you talking about?
Okay, bro.
Anyway, guys.
Anyways.
Listen, my pain isn't your pain. You ever go to Glare and just get us some new fits? Shout out to my brother.
Shout out to Glare. They're
Shout out to
sponsoring
Glare.
this episode.
Sponsoring this episode. Go get
Go
yourself a hood.
Go cop a
Link
hoodie.
in the description.
We'll have the Instagram handle on the screen somewhere too.
Check it out.
Check out Glare. I should have gotten some Glare merch too, honestly.
Listen.
Where's my Glare hoodie? We could have been matching.
It's in the works
We
because
could have been.
the tariffs and shit kind of fucking up. Blame Trump, bro. The tariff and shit got the shit running
Speaking of
late.
those tariff stuff, Shein's prices are crazy now.
Of
I
course
don't
they
even
are.
I don't even shop on at Shein. I'm more of a Zara guy. But
Trying to take my store.
okay, bro. Okay, owner of Zara. But yeah, the tariffs. My girl was talking to me about the prices on Shein. I'm like, yo, is it really that crazy? And then I went on Shein. I used to see stuff for like $6, blah blah. That's just like $15 for one thing now and stuff like that. I'm like, dang.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shein's going up. These tariffs are going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, they wanted him in office, so they got what they wanted.
The first 100 days, I seen a recap somewhere that said that the first 100 days have been a steady decline from the previous administration. Like, nothing that he promised to fix has been fixed. More problems have arisen, and he created more problem for us.
Yeah, that was his purpose. That's his purpose,
So
to make more problems for America, so we can all get together and figure them out. Just kidding. This next 4 years, he's about to be on bullshit. That's all
I'm
can see.
scared.
It's I guess scary, yeah, but at the same time, it's like gotta just find a way to maneuver through it.
I feel like this administration is so like extreme compared to previous ones, where they're just on bullshit and they don't give a fuck that they're on bullshit. They'll get it done no matter what, no matter what the repercussions are.
Every time I see a headline with all the people
That's the
that he
scary
elected,
part.
like whether it's the FBI guy saying, "Oh, we caught 200 predators," I'm like, okay.
Did they?
He announced that they caught over 200 predators.
Since Trump took office, or is
So
that
he's
related?
the FBI director. Yeah.
Okay, but is that related to Trump?
No, that's just the guy who Trump put as the head of the FBI.
Oh, so he's trying to like act like he did something pretty much. He caught 200 predators. I can go on YouTube right now and see a bunch of streamers that have caught way more than the FBI, okay? Way more. Go to Gideon's page. You know who Gideon is, right?
I've heard of this man.
He used to be very like famous streamer. Now all he does is predator catches. Bro has been all over the country catching predators for about a year and a half or 2 years now.
Listen, he's part of the
And
game.
he's been very successful. So I'm sure Gideon caught more predators than the FBI. If 200 is their highest metric so far.
Well, hey
It's
man,
crazy.
Mr. Beast did more for people than the
I
government
know,
does.
right? So if they're trying to brag with those numbers, they need to go back and do better because this is ridiculous.
I think they're trying to brag with their resources compared to those guys' resources. Even though they're supposed to have more resources.
Yes, they're the
They're
federal.
supposed to.
They're the federal government.
What do you mean?
They have eyes everywhere.
Yeah, and like all of them got fired. Like almost all of them got fired.
Nah. Imagine having a long career in the government, right? In some government job, right? Long career, you're about to, your pension is set, you have everything in place, you work hard, you know,
And some prick
and
from
you do
South
a good
Africa.
job. And some prick from South Africa comes along and be like, "Oh, we're gonna create the Doge department, Department of Government Efficiency, named after his meme coin," and decides to just, yeah, we're just gonna fire you for no reason at all.
Listen, Elon's
Like,
the definition
what?
of if you have enough fuck you money, you could do anything.
Whatever the fuck you
You
want,
can
bro.
run the government.
Bro wasn't even born here.
Bro can do whatever if you have
Bro,
enough money. Is
bro.
the definition.
And the switch up with Elon Musk is crazy because a few years ago he wasn't this extreme. That needs to be studied. I need to watch a video or like a study on why bro completely flipped like that. What happened?
I don't know. I've always been so with this guy.
What happened? Because he wasn't this far right like ever.
Money,
Bro is already one of the richest men in the world,
and
bro.
he wants to get richer,
No, I don't think money is what drives him at
so
this
he
point.
can do. It's not the money.
Bro, I don't think it's
No,
money, bro.
no,
At
no.
this point, I don't think it's money.
Let me finish my freaking thought.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
I'm
ahead.
saying it's not the money. It's to get the money, to get the leverage, to get into office.
What do you mean?
Not to get into office. He's in the government right
He's
now.
already all, yeah.
You know why? Because he used his money to find a way in there.
I feel like this
He bankrolled Trump's whole campaign
switch
and
up.
said, "Yo, I'll pay for your campaign. I'll make you win." It's like when Frank, it's like, "Yo, we'll make you win, but you're gonna do whatever we ask."
I don't think Elon Musk had political aspirations prior to.
No, he
Like
needs,
recently.
I'm not saying he has political aspirations. I'm saying he needs to control the government enough to get his companies off certain things.
I think he was already doing well before
No, I'm not.
joining the government.
I'm talking about moving regulation so he can do different things. Like I'm sure there are things that block him in the government somewhere, depending on where he is. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're trying to say though, but like, based on his recent actions, I don't think that's his goal.
What do you think his goal is?
That's the point. I think he actually believes all this far right shit.
What far right shit?
All the things that that administration is pushing.
Of course he does.
But my point is, a few years ago, that was not the case.
Yeah, because he was
And-
trying to get everybody.
And hold on, one of his kids hates him.
How do we know that?
It's public. One of his kids belongs to the like the LGBTQ
He has kids.
community. Bro is trying to repopulate the world. Bro has hella kids.
Well, he's a billionaire, so he could do.
So when his kid flipped and the distance grew between him and his kid, that's when this version of Elon started arising. So people have been saying that relationship kind of is what turned them into what we see now. And it's kind of sad.
I mean, it's a speculation.
It's a public. This is all public.
Well,
The riff is all public.
I feel like
Elon's kids is always dissing his dad.
I feel like it's always that way. Where
So-
people go to the right, and once you go right, you don't go back, go left,
You do.
or vice versa. I don't know. You switch sides. People switch
switch
sides all the time. So like, fuck does it matter, bro?
What it matters is how hard he's going for his new freaking friends now. That's what matters because he's ruining a lot of lives. Remember that day that you told me that there was supposed to be a big protest in all over the country and stuff like that?
Oh, whatever that. I don't know.
And
People
back in
be doing
April?
shit, and I'm just be like, yo,
You made me aware of it. A lot of people were protesting Elon specifically.
yeah, nobody likes that this guy's in office and he's right wing. And even though Trump and the whole right wing owns America right now,
Yeah, but
maybe he's cosplaying. Who knows?
cosplaying for what?
The right run the country right now. So he's like, yeah, I'll blend in with you guys.
Nah, bro. I think he's gone full on.
Well,
And
I feel like he's always been that way.
I don't think so. It was not like that, bro. If you go back, I used to be a fan of his. If you go back to like 2016,
So you're saying he has a downfall like Kanye?
yeah, pretty much.
where he
Speaking
changed
of
his
that guy,
ideology.
oh my god, bro! You saw his recent stunt.
I stopped paying attention. I'm not gonna lie.
He dropped a song called HH. I'm not going to say what HH stands for on this
I didn't
platform.
hear it. I heard about
I
it.
heard it. It's as garbage as you thought it was
I
gonna
don't
be.
think it's gonna be a good
But the
song.
far right is pushing it so much, saying that it's going against it's protecting free speech. It's like there's a lot of songs on the public distributors that
I
are about
love the
murder,
free speech debate.
about depression, about like all that kind of bad stuff. But why you guys are like censoring this specific song? Like what, bro? Like, are you serious? Are you seriously making that argument to like defend a song that spews those kind of words?
I mean, it is going against free speech and freedom of expression.
I'm,
But those
bro,
freedoms
that's
of
not freedom. That's hate speech. You haven't heard the song. That's why you're saying that. But it's literally hate speech.
hate speech.
Yes,
Hmm.
because he's in a way making fun of a marginalized group and their experience.
Where have we seen that before?
We've seen that in a lot of places.
Like on the news?
Cook.
Hmm?
No, Cook.
I'll just say we've seen a lot of
Elaborate.
marginalized groups like attacked. Every marginalized group gets attacked.
Okay, keep cooking.
All of them. I'm not cooking anything. I'm just saying every group gets attacked.
Every group gets attacked.
Yeah.
I get that, but my point is
Violently, like all that shit.
not to the way, not as blatantly and like disrespectful as he's doing it, bro.
I mean, when I see
Don't die on that hill, bro. You no, bro. Like, come on,
when
Chris.
I see what people say about all that kid,
Okay, we can talk about that, but don't die on that hill. No, not two wrongs don't make things right.
I didn't say two wrongs make anything
But
right.
if it seems like you're kind of defending
I'm not defending anything.
what bro is
I
saying.
think that it's all bad.
Okay.
So,
And people recognize that it's so bad, so I don't get what your point is.
and it exists.
Okay.
And it's always gonna exist.
Okay.
So, ignore it.
Ignore it. I can't ignore it when it's like harmful like this. And if it's somebody like that's so popular like him and he's being used to like push a certain type of narratives, I hate that. Don't associate
But
him
everyone's being used to
don't associate him with freedom of expression and protecting it, bro. Don't associate a song like that with freedom of expression and protecting it. That's stupid. That's really stupid.
No, I think it's ridiculous that I'm not talking about freedom of expression
Because I'm for freedom
in
of
the sense
expression,
that, like,
but that's not freedom of expression. That's hate speech. And you can't change my
it's the
mind.
same
on
thing.
it. You said it's just freedom of expression and hate speech is not the same thing. How is it the same thing, Chris?
If you're free to express your hate,
Okay, that's you phrased it in a way, but that's you can't say that they're both the same thing. The way what you said can make sense. You're free to express your hate, but hate speech is harmful. So
free
just
speech is harmful.
hold on. Hate speech is harmful. Just because you have freedom of expression doesn't mean you need to like you should do hate speech or it should be allowed. No,
But I have freedom.
not to hate on people. So it's like if we go against your argument, right?
Yes, that's what freedom of expression is. I'm free to express myself however I feel. Is it harmful to people? It can be, but you're free to express. Now, in the
I
sense,
feel like we're overgeneralizing
No.
freedom here and free. Like
because
hate speech is
everyone-
harmful,
wait,
bro.
Can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
Because everyone's screaming freedom of expression, freedom. There's no such thing as freedom. There's no free speech. You could say all that nonsense walking down the street. Yeah, that's free speech. They're on company platforms with policies. That's not freedom of expression. That's guided. You can only say this amount of stuff. And the right and left fight over freedom of expression all the time when it's really just corporate that decide what you can and can't say. When anyone's fighting on freedom of expression, like the right say, they're like freedom of expression, but if you say anything bad about them, they're like, you can't say that. Same thing with the left, same thing with the right. I think they're both just pushing the narrative in whichever side they want for their purpose. So when anyone says freedom of expression and freedom of speech, they're at it. I'm like, yo, shut up. Freedom for your side. That's it. And that side is currently the bad side.
Let me say something though. Freedom for your side. If your side is spewing like harmful rhetorics and hateful things, are you just supposed to just sit here and be like, okay, ignore it? No, especially if you have the power.
I
to
mean,
do
it
something
won't go
about
nowhere if everyone ignores it.
Yes, it would.
Where will it go?
Marginalized group will be more oppressed if it's just ignored.
No, I'm talking about what's being said. Like whoever's saying it, if nobody paid attention to that person, where's those thoughts
That's the
going?
thing. If what he's saying is targeted towards a marginalized minority, it's going to be harmful regardless.
If let's this might not be a good comparison, but let's say there's a big artist, right? A big rapper and a smaller rapper. If that smaller rapper disses that artist and he just ignores it, does that diss go anywhere?
No, because the bigger artist has more fans and he's more popular, he has more power, more leverage, so it's not gonna go anywhere. But if the big artist disses the small artist, right?
And he ignores it.
And he ignores it, his fans are gonna keep him down. He's gonna still be down, even if he ignores it. He's not gonna like be able to pop, because if he does pop eventually, or like if he does launch something, the bigger artist, this is gonna loom over him no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be harmful to him, even if he ignores it. Do you get what I'm saying? And you know I'm right. That was that was not
Sorry,
a
I
good.
handed you some ammo.
You handed me a terrible ammo, bro.
I'm helping you. I'm still gonna win.
Okay, bro.
Now, the bigger artist doesn't focus on that and focuses on his fans and grows his career, completely ignoring that.
The bigger artist,
Yes,
you say?
ignoring the smaller artist that got
Okay.
this.
You got this and
Yeah,
what?
he just doesn't pay attention to it.
It doesn't matter. He's still gonna be marginalized.
But he still goes about his career,
Okay.
and he still
How far
elevates.
does he go?
As far as an artist can go.
No, he won't be able to go as far as an artist can go, because again, the bigger artist still has power over him.
Not necessarily.
Yes, he does.
Not if he hangs out with other artists that are on his side.
You want to throw in things, but
I'm throwing in things there are ways around this. There's a ways to go about this.
if
In
he
this
drops,
scenario,
his drops can get overran with like hate comments from the bigger artists and buried.
team up with someone who can help him.
Okay, we can go back and forth on this, but
I'm just saying
my point is it's gonna be harmful no matter what.
It's an uphill battle regardless.
And right now, I feel like we both agree on that. But of course, there's different caveats around it that we can discuss all day. But the fact of the matter is, it's gonna be harmful.
Yeah, like I said, it's always going to be harmful. It's not going to go away anytime soon, or at all, to be honest.
So yeah, like I was saying, I personally don't think that just because freedom of expression is a thing, hate speech should be allowed. No, you're never gonna convince me of that. Never, ever.
I never said hate speech should be allowed.
You said hate speech and freedom of expression is the same thing. That's what you said. Those were your words.
I said true freedom of expression will include that.
Your words were, isn't that the same thing? You said that. We can roll the clip.
Yeah, I did say that. And
Okay, and that's what I was going at you against.
I was saying that you can't have true freedom of expression and not have hate speech. Is basically what I was saying. Now we don't have true freedom of expression when we're on saying anything. When you're tweeting anything, when you're posting anything, you don't have true freedom of expression.
Well, on
You
Twitter, you
have.
do.
So
You
you're
do on
telling me
Twitter.
Elon doesn't ban things that go against what he says?
I
Is
can
that
open. Okay, I can open Twitter right now and see a bunch of people going up against Elon and calling him all types of stuff. I don't think it's being banned.
I know, but are they
I
like
think
big
that was a rhetoric again that was being pushed by a certain side to try to paint Elon as a victim.
as a
But
victim? But
or
if
like people were using isolated incidents to blow up that rhetoric. But yeah, go on Twitter right now. There's a bunch of nasty shit being said about him, and it's still up.
so, does that mean he's like fully for free speech?
He seems to be,
So do you think
but
that's good or bad?
he seems to be, but my problem,
Do we really want
my
freedom
problem
of
with
all
him,
speech?
my problem with him
Because
is that
if
is
everything
that
is free to say whatever you want,
my problem with him, right, is that he publicly supports, like, he publicly supported hate speech in the past
I think
because of like because of his
he's
position and because he owns that platform. I think that's harmful. Yes, he's supposed to be for all of free speech, right? But when you're over here like supporting and promoting something harmful against a marginalized group of people, what does that say about you?
I mean, who thought that guy was a good guy? Anyway,
People did. People supported him.
well, people are
You think-
stupid. But
People
anyway,
bought hella Teslas.
that has nothing to do with it.
I'm still gonna buy one.
His product, the product, and the person producing the product don't ever
I'm
always
not
have
gonna
to.
buy one. I'm buying a Polestar. I haven't heard anything controversial about Polestars. Anyways,
This is where I separate the art from the artist.
we're still on that. That's a bigger conversation, man.
Is it?
Separating the art from the artist.
Not many people can do it, but it's not that hard in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a hypocrite when it comes to that, cause I select who I separate the art
Everyone does.
from.
I think everyone separates
So
whoever they choose.
I can't really talk much about this.
I think it's more of a like if it depends on if you like this person more than whatever they did, then you could separate their art.
For me, I feel like it depends on the severity of their crimes.
I don't think it depends on that either.
I just said for me specifically.
Oh, for you, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then
yeah.
I get that.
For me, it depends on the severity of their crimes. Like someone like Kanye, I can't endorse him anymore. I'm gonna still go back and listen to Graduation and stuff like that. I guess that's separating the
what
art from
crime
the
has he
artist.
committed?
Just his recent antics, his recent hate speech. I can't get behind that.
I'm trying to find the crime.
So I still struggle with enjoying his previous work.
I'm trying to find the crime
But-
he committed.
Bro, didn't I just say that his antics?
Is that illegal?
It might not be
Has he done
illegal.
anything illegal?
Okay, let me take that back. Instead of saying crimes, his antics and his views and whatever he endorsing, whatever he's spewing to the world, I can't rock with that
Okay,
right now. I
can,
cannot,
I can agree.
and I don't think I can go back to rocking with that with him in general.
Okay.
But I find myself still listening to his old stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So I'm
I
a
don't-
hypocrite. But
I don't even
another
think that-
artist,
I don't
like,
even think that's a
like
hypocritical
R. Kelly, I completely banned him from. Like, I can't listen to anything R. Kelly. I can't. I know it's stupid, right? I listen to Kanye still, but I can't listen to R. Kelly. But I can't.
I think
based on my moral compass.
I think those are two like that. I can agree with. Like those are two vastly different things.
How so?
Someone just spewing their stupid ideas and someone raping someone. Those are two different.
Make sure you censor that. True.
Those are two vastly different things.
True.
So I can see where a moral compass. I mean,
Like,
I never really cared.
especially since I watched those documentaries about R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly, was it, or something like that?
I think so. I didn't see them.
And I found out how one of the songs that I used to love by him was written. So R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson, right?
Mm.
He wrote a song for Michael Jackson. You're not alone. You remember that? Another day
Yeah.
is go. So like, he wrote that song for Michael Jackson, but he based it on one of his underage girls that he was dealing with. So the whole every lyric in that song, he was saying to that girl.
It's crazy how lyrics.
And
Get
then
said
I was
things.
after I heard her story, and like she told us about that song, and that he was speaking directly to her. So for that, I just like my stomach kind of turned a little bit,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's a banger song, but like I know the context behind it now.
But how do we live in this world
Uh,
like that, where
huh?
it's just like we hear, like, if just in general, like that knowing the details behind. Do we need to know the details behind every banger that's out there? Because if you listen, like, there's some bangers out there that you're like, if you really knew what was behind that song, would you really listen to it again?
True, but I'm also
Yo,
the
The
type of
Weeknd won a Kids Choice Awards song for a song about cocaine. Think about where society is when you have that. Kids Choice Awards
I
for a
can't
song
feel
about
my face
cocaine.
when I'm with
Kids are
you.
screaming this song that's about cocaine. So
I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. I mean, I'm a lyric deep diver. I like to do that kind of stuff, to deep dive.
but not most people are. The
Yeah, I
majority of
know.
people aren't. So they're just singing the song like not
I
knowing what
know.
it's about. So because it's a bop.
I know. I know. And
But when
I
you
can't
look,
tell you the amount of songs that
what's
I've
that
ruined.
song? What's that school shooter song? All
All
the
the
other
other kids,
kids with their love fast. I'm like, yo,
Chris, I can't tell you the amount of songs that I've ruined for myself by deep diving the lyrics.
there's this thing like, do we need to know everything?
But I also got closer to some songs by deep diving the lyrics. So I guess it's a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword,
I
but
can go back to Blonde
we're in the
and
age of information. We're in the age of misinformation, but
I can go back to Blonde and really relate to some of the songs on there because I deep dived like the story behind the lyrics and what it was meant, what it was about, who it was about. Like, yeah. So and some other songs too. Like, and speaking of lyrics, some lyrics on the songs be mad creepy, but we just sing it. It just sounds good.
yeah,
There's this song
it's the
by
point I'm making.
Aerosmith called "Don't Want to Close My Eyes." The first lyric is, "I can stay awake just to hear you breathing." I can stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you far away dreaming.
That's
And now kiss your eyes. And thank God we're together. I mean, yeah, some lyrics like that.
what's wrong with those lyrics? You never wake up, be up, and your girl's sleeping. You're like, oh, look at you,
No,
look at you, stupid.
no.
Smiling.
Staying awake
Look
just
at
to
you.
hear.
Nah,
Have you ever stayed awake just to hear somebody breathe?
Oh wait, no, that part.
Bro, come on, bro.
Not just to. I was just up.
Bro just said, "I can stay awake just to hear you breathing." I'm like, okay, bro. But it sounds good when he's vocalizing and harmonizing that shit. You're like, oh shit, this sounds great. But that's not a lyric that I would just say out loud like that, or like, with outside of his song content. I feel like I'm digging myself though. I feel like I just need to step out and just. Anyways.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, like some
Nah,
lyrics like
lyrics are
that.
crazy.
But there's also some funny lyrics in songs like I know I no matters for the sluts. I'ma put my thumb in the butt. Yo.
But that's
Anyways.
like great.
What's
It's relatable.
It's relatable. Okay. Okay. No judgment here. It's a safe space.
No judgment. Why'd you bring that up? I thought that was just already a thing. Why'd you have to bring it up?
I said,
Were you judging?
No judgment. It's the
I
same
felt like
thing.
there was some judgment
No,
there.
it's
I feel like there was some judgment there. Anybody?
Listen, I don't want to get too raunchy here, bro.
Why?
Okay.
What are you scared of?
All right. I'm gonna ask a question, right?
All right.
Because I don't dabble in that kind of stuff.
What
Alright?
kind of stuff?
Bro, I feel like this is too raunchy, bro.
Are you scared of the raunch?
I kind of am. I kind of have. They don't. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do? Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask you that one question. We can move on because you brought it up, and I'm like, okay. Okay, you put your thumb in there. Then what you do after? Like what? What do you do after?
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
I mean, you said you didn't buy it. I'm curious.
Oh, okay. I mean, back shots, thumb in the butt.
What? Okay, when you
You just
remove.
hold it. You keep your finger in there. Just keep
Okay,
your-
what do you have some
move it
stains in
around.
there? Then what?
Well, I would hope that it's clean, it's cleaned up,
Okay.
wiped down completely when you're gonna do
Okay.
that. So I wouldn't do that just without knowing
Also, you
Well-
wouldn't do that without knowing.
that that's clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
I have questions.
What's your questions? I don't want to answer your questions. I don't want to answer your questions.
It's okay.
I'll entertain one. Go ahead.
Have you eaten ass before?
No.
Okay. Done. Moving on now.
Was this a test or something?
No, I was just asking the question.
I mean,
You asked the question. I asked the question.
based on my reaction around the topic, wasn't it obvious?
Yes, but I still wanted to know. Just because something's obvious doesn't mean it's true.
Oh, I mean, I feel like my whole demeanor, my body language, and my question kind of gave it away. But anyways, we learn something new about each other every day. I don't know how we got here. We're talking about lyrics, and all of a sudden we're talking.
Oh, you brought up
Future
you brought up a
No,
specific
Future
lyric.
brought us here. He did.
You listen to Future.
I listen to Future.
You listen to Future, right?
Yeah,
You listen to Future more than me.
I do listen to Future more than you. And I.
So
when
you
I
relate
was-
to Future more than me.
I don't really, bro. Really?
But so-
When I was younger, I used to hate on Future. I didn't get it. I don't know why, but I used to be a big Future hater. And then I don't know what clicked. I don't know what clicked.
Can you explain the time period where you were hating?
Time period. Okay, I'm gonna paint the picture for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
One day, I was in my friend's car. I think I was coming back from college or something, and he played Stick Talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard that line. He said, "You can't understand us because you're too soft." And then I don't know. That line was stuck in my head for weeks. I don't know why. I just kept random moments of the day. You can't understand us because you're too soft. I'll be in freaking data science class coding something away, and then you can't understand us because you're too soft. It would just keep coming in my head for no reason at all. And then I went back and I listened to the song solo by myself one time. And ever since, I've just been deep diving his discography.
So
And-
Stick Talk did it for you.
Sick Talk did it for me.
I mean, that's a great one. That's a great record.
And then I discovered some of his one-liners. I just fucked a bitch in some Gucci feet flops. And I was like, okay. I see why he's popular. I see why people like him.
I got it.
Then I deep dived into his lyrics and found out that most of them aren't true. And most of them, he doesn't live that life. And he just portrays a certain image. But
I mean,
most artists do
it's
so.
like literally every rapper,
Yeah.
except the ones that those drill niggas.
Yeah, those. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about those YNs.
Those YNs, I'm like, falling for the system.
They're literally. They're making it too easy for the cops, bro. those. So those underground drill songs, like, I once went on like a.
Some of them, I'm like, cool, but
So I used to watch like a lot of like YouTubers that did like true crime related to songs and stuff like that. So they would talk about a lot of like underground drill people that rapped about their murders and stuff like that.
Now,
They
when
did.
I heard the whole breakdown of who I smoked and everybody that got,
Bro.
I was like, these niggas is,
And I'm like, bro, are these people smart? Like,
every single fucking one. That's not even that. I'm just like,
and you
damn.
can relate every single murder to every single lyric that
But-
they say.
But here's another thing, callback. Bumping that song, and it's a heinous song about heinous things. Just like all the songs that you listened to before, like when we were talking about all these songs. I mean,
listen to drill.
I'm not talking about you,
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the world. Okay.
the world, and me. I was bumping who I smoked constantly. That shit was hard,
That's kind of sad though, right?
and I'm just like, damn. But that song is so egregious. But then I think people bump R. Kelly. Which one's more egregious?
Well, R. Kelly's songs are not about what he did though.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Sorry. Not all of them.
Yeah, so the
But these people's, all of their songs about what they did.
I'm talking about the specific ones. We're not talking about.
It's
like,
bragging.
we're not talking about the free ones that are actually pure.
The free.
Not the pure songs that are hopefully not about terrible things.
Look at King Von, right? You think he at least had the like the respect to like make it seem like all his songs were really stories, like Crazy Story and stuff like that. But I'm sure he did most of that.
Pretty sure he did most of it.
That shit was way too specific, bro.
If that Chirac interview thing, that meme where it's like people are scared of this one character. Have you seen that meme where
I
it's
haven't.
like he pulled out the like fuck, I forgot what it was. It's this trend on TikTok or
Mhm.
it's this one consecrator does it. It's like the skip in and it's like it shows a picture of the character. It's like it's Escanor. Then this motherfucker pulled out a son and just killed me with it.
I haven't seen that.
And it's
meme. I
like
don't know what
based
you're talking
on
about.
like interviews where people in Chirac talking about King Von. He's like, this guy was a fucking crazy person. Like actually.
I haven't seen that.
Anyway,
Put me
I
on
feel like
later.
homie was actually living his raps.
No, I definitely feel like he was living everything he was talking about. He was the definition of a YN.
R.I.P. that guy.
R.I.P. King Von, but hey, I'm pretty sure he did some bad stuff in life.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I didn't.
I feel like if you
I
live,
literally heard the two songs and I was like, I like these two songs.
I feel like if you live that kind of life, you're bound to do bad stuff anyway.
Wait, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
So, but R.I.P. Like he left kids or like he left some kids back.
All these rappers do that.
Yeah, it's terrible, bro. Yeah,
Anyway.
gun violence is crazy, but
And it needs to be stopped.
is it gonna be stopped though?
Yeah, it's gonna
think
take
so.
a long time for that.
I don't think so, bro.
Until we all assimilate under one new world order.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Not in our timeline.
You know, one thing also that I've been getting into lately:
What?
police interviews of convicted of convicted sorry, not convicted but arrested like murderers and thieves and people that do crime, like when they're in how you say that?
Interrogation.
Say that again.
Interrogation.
Interrogation in the interrogation room. So I've been watching interviews when
they like try to interrogate them.
like what did you do? Like the police has all the facts. They know that person do it. My favorite ones are like when the person is caught on camera doing something,
Oh, and they're trying to be
And
like,
then-
I ain't do that shit.
and then they go like out of the way to explain that they weren't there.
Listen,
And I'm like, yo, people are so fucking funny, bro,
Nah,
and
if you-
stupid at the same time.
listen, if you got the lawyer for it, that can all go away.
If you caught on camera, I feel like that's a bit too optimistic.
I feel like the corrupted world is this.
Call on
But
camera
it depends
killing,
if you're important enough for that to go.
on camera. If you call on camera killing somebody, you think if you have the right lawyer, you can get away with that.
That footage could disappear.
That footage can disappear through other means if you have money like that. But I don't think the lawyer is gonna get that disappear for you.
I mean, I'm not saying the lawyer is the one who's going to do it directly. The lawyer is the one with the connections.
Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna argue against that. But yeah, that's been one thing that I've been
It's the evil world we live in.
one thing that I've been deep diving into, and it's just people commit like some dumbass crimes, and the way they try to explain themselves out of it just be so baffling to me. Like, did you really expect you were gonna get away with that? I saw one of this guy, right? He was arguing with his girlfriend. She left the car. He ran her over and killed her, grabbed her and put her back in the car, and drove her to a hospital.
That man is insane.
The whole time there was a bystander watching the whole thing, yelling at him, pulled a gun on him. It was like, you killed her, you killed her. You ignored that person entirely. And then he got in front of the police and was trying to tell the police that, oh, she like, he didn't run her over. She jumped in front of the car. She jumped in front of the car. Like, she was being abusive, but he was lying the whole time when there was a whole person that saw everything that happened. Like, so,
Well,
like, damn, that's crazy.
yeah, I think those are people who are actually just fucking crazy.
And then there was somebody that was living a double life. He had a family and wife and kids and everything, but he was gay on the side.
So Atlanta.
So he left. You said so. Atlanta is crazy.
So this is taking place in Atlanta, I'm guessing.
So he left his whole family to go on a weekend date with his gay friend, and for some reason he killed his gay friend. Yeah,
What?
he killed him, and then went back to his family, and the police arrested him.
So bro's just reverse Ted
Listen
Bundy.
to this, right? The police arrested him, told him, "You're in custody because of murder. We're charging you with murder." He was like, "You charging me with murder? How did the bro is not even dead. He's alive. He's probably out there somewhere. Like, you guys probably haven't found him. Like, you charging me with murder, but he's alive somewhere, bro. You think the police would charge you with murder and get a warrant for your arrest if they didn't find a body? If they didn't, like,
Wait, did he think he not killed them? And
bro was so delusional
how
saying
did he kill him?
they didn't go into that in details.
No, that's boring.
But
I need some details.
bro was clearly dead. The police already found him, but the police doesn't go around charging people without fucking finding a body and linking it to you. Okay, all right, that's a bit. Sometimes they do. Look at the fucking
raiding homes without a warrant.
look at the fucking what's it called? The Central Park 5 back in the day.
That's an old one.
Them niggas really went to jail for something they didn't even do.
Yeah,
Young niggas
a
too.
lot of black people do that.
They got coerced to give us like a fucking confession and stuff. That was sad. I watched that whole that whole mini series they had on Netflix. I was touched. I'm not gonna lie. That was really sad. And you found out that Trump was like saying they deserve the fucking death penalty. Kids, they were kids.
Yeah,
That was sad.
they were black in his eyes.
Another anecdote in that miniseries, there's this song by Michael something. I forgot.
Antidote.
Yeah,
Don't you open up that window?
Michael.
Don't you let out the antidote?
Michael something. Oh, what's his name? Michael Kiwanuka. He has a song in there called "Love and Hate." Oof, I love that song. I fell in love with that song from that miniseries, and that I've been listening to it ever since. He's a British artist, and I've been deep diving his music and stuff like that. So
I've never heard
that's one thing positive that came out of that show for me. I found a new artist that I listen to now. Anyways, that was an anecdote. I feel like this episode's all over the place.
You're right.
Huh?
You're right.
What do you mean I'm alright?
You
I'm
good?
great.
You good?
Yeah, this is just rambling. Rambling episode. This is the title of the episode this week.
We're rambling today.
Rambling. Great conversation with a friend. Because I feel like we don't talk enough during the day anymore.
Excuse me.
Don't you think so?
I never talked during
What?
the day. Never talked during the day.
You never
I
talk to
don't
me
know
during the day?
you.
You don't know me?
I don't know who you are.
Okay.
You don't know who I am.
Okay.
We've never met. This is our first time meeting. Welcome to our first episode of whatever this is.
Mm.
And
Anyways,
it's because you're locked into Ghost.
I mean, I beat Ghost of Tsushima now, so I'm happy about that. I beat that game like 4 years later. The game is mad
Just in
old.
time for Ghost of Yotai.
Just in time for Ghost of Yotei. I was a little underwhelmed by the ending of the game because
Well, I don't want to hear anything you have
I'm
to
not
say
gonna
about
say
the game.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Good
but,
night, everybody.
Hold on,
I'm
like,
done with this.
cause like I feel like I underwhelmed myself because I was so locked into that game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So dedicated and like driven to finish it that I had high hopes for the ending.
Well, stop freaking sounding it shit to me. I want to finish it.
It's just my experience. It's a good ending. It's a great game. I feel like I overhyped myself. That's all.
How people be shitting on shit and be like, "Yo, it's just my experience," but like, you could try it.
That's not how I wanted to come across. I'm sorry. You
We
know
could
I'm
have
a
full-
hater, bro.
We could have a full deep dive later, and I'm gonna prove why it's better.
Okay, thank you. That's a perspective. You see, that's why you balance me. You're able to balance my hate by spreading some actual sense. Like, because I feel like if it was
Listen,
up,
you have to stop hating so much. Like, I get it. Kendrick taught us more to hate, but like over hating is a little
I
bit.
don't know how to do that.
Over hating is a little much, man.
I don't over hate.
Like, you don't want to be the hater. You're like, yeah, I'm a
Listen.
biggest hater, but like, I don't want to be like that nigga is just a hater.
I don't over hate though. I feel like those are my genuine feelings about things. But those genuine feelings always come across as hate, and they're mostly negative. Maybe that says a lot about me as a person. But yeah, I
What does
don't.
that mean? That says a lot about me. What does it say? A lot.
don't
It says
know.
like two things.
It says a lot about me because
Like
if
what?
I have a habit of like
You have
saying negative things
you're
about
a glass
things,
half empty kind of guy.
oh, dang, you just give me a real one, a real question here. My glass kind of half empty or glass half full type of guy? I guess I'm a glass half empty. Yeah, I feel like I am. You know why I noticed that? Because lately my mental health been great, right? It's been super great, right? One thing that I stopped doing is listening to sad music.
That's good. Look at
And then
that.
hold on. I stopped listening to sad music and now my mental health is good. And now I went back to listening to sad music again. I'm like, oh wow. If I was sad, this will hit way more. But I'm not sad, and this hits. It hits, but like it doesn't hit like when I was sad. But it still hits. But I'm happy it hits, and I'm able to like not be in that mental space and still enjoy the song. You know what I mean? So I got that perspective out of it, and I'm like, dang, maybe you were right. Maybe not just you, but a lot of people around me said it too. Maybe sad music does amplify your feelings of sadness.
Yeah, if you only listen to sad music, you're
Yeah.
gonna be sad.
Yeah, it's true, and I definitely agree with you guys now because I had that moment of epiphany.
Bro finally had the revelation.
I had that moment of epiphany. I'm like, oh shit,
I used to listen to sad music all the time. I'm
They
like, yo,
were
this
right.
is actually fucking annoying.
they were right.
I'm tired of being
'Cause,
sad.
like, bro, dang, it makes everything. It just simplifies how you're feeling. Like, dang. So I'm like, so the opposite is definitely true. If you listen to happy music all the time, maybe you'll be way happier all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like there isn't enough happy music out there.
Yeah. It's rare.
Yeah.
But there's good music out there.
There's good
exists.
music out there, but I'm talking about a specific brand of music that's just
'Cause I'm
happy.
happy, happy.
I fucking hate that song, bro.
Happy
I knew you was gonna fucking bring. I hate that song, bro.
It's because you
Oh
listen to so
my
much sad
god!
music.
No, no, no. That song is fucking annoying.
Nah, it's because
That-
it's just because you listen to so much sad music that you rejected
No,
anything.
that
to
song
do.
is fucking annoying. That definition of annoying.
Yeah, because you reject it.
Terrible
You
song.
reject being happy.
No, I embrace being happy. I'm really good mentally right now. Doing super good. Best that I've felt in a while.
I'm glad.
And yeah, it's a good thing.
That's good.
I don't know where I even or how I even spawned this, but how you doing mentally?
Hmm?
I know your hoodie says something, but
Yo, my pain is in your pain. All right. All right. The pain is in your pain. But pain is pain, and we can all relate.
yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm done rambling for today. I feel like this was a good rambling episode. I need to get a lot of those things out of my chest.
I'm gonna be on bullshit next week or next episode.
Hopefully something nice happens. Not nice, but hopefully more stuff happens in the culture for us to talk about.
Oh, there's some stuff that we haven't talked about that we're gonna talk about next week.
Okay.
I just gotta finish getting some more information.
Oh, before we leave, I want your thoughts on the new pope.
I heard homie's black.
No.
I heard they went. I was on TikTok. They went through his ancestry.
What? They dug through his ancestry?
And he might have some melanin in him.
Did you know that bro had a math degree?
Cool.
So
I don't know what math
No.
has to do with.
so bro doesn't only know about sin, he knows about coast too. That probably flew over your head.
Good guy, guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up right now. All right. I'm happy that I'm happy you guys were able to listen to this song. Yo, cop a hoodie. We'll see you next week.
Come on, that was good.
Like, comment, subscribe.
That was a great
Ignore
show.
whatever he's saying.
That was good though. That was great. Tell me that wasn't great. You guys, come on. Come on. Come on. That was amazing.
Were you saving that this whole episode?
No, I wasn't. That was just, I was not saving that. But like, come on. Tell me that wasn't great. Anyways.
Shout out to the new pope.
Yeah, he's from
I
Chicago.
still don't know what the pope does, but
He's the leader of the Catholic Church.
what does that mean?
A symbol of peace and love and purity.
You
And
just tell everybody, yo, we on this today.
no, he doesn't really tell people what to do. He's just the spiritual leader of the Catholic Church.
Okay.
Listen, I was raised Catholic, but I can't tell you what he does. He's just the Pope. He's just the spiritual leader of the Catholic Church. That's it.
Same. I'm just like,
Even
he
though I
does
haven't
things.
practiced Catholicism in so long,
I'm
Jesus
sure he
Christ,
like protects us from the free evil spirits out
he
there.
doesn't protect us from nothing. He's just the spiritual leader of the Catholic
That's what a
Church.
spiritual leader does. He protects us from
He
the
doesn't
evil
the,
spirits.
the Pope doesn't protect anybody.
From the spirits.
The Pope
He
doesn't.
keeps the world blessed.
No, that's not.
Like,
what
have
the
you
Pope
even never
does.
seen an anime where the shaman protects the village?
How dare you compare my leader to a shaman? I'm kidding. He's not my leader. I don't associate with bro. I don't know what bro does. Apparently
Why you
again,
flip flopping right now? You were defending him. Now you're going against him.
bro,
All right, like you're acting a little weird right now. What's going on?
because I just remembered that bro has some weirdo allegations tied
Well,
to
so
his
does their
name.
whole clan, but like
You said so does who?
their whole place.
I thought you said your whole clan. I was about to say you put it on my jacket. That's crazy. Anyways,
So is their clan. Whatever.
Pope is new. He's from Chicago, math degree. First time in history that there's an American Pope.
That's cool.
That's a big deal. America is on top right now, I guess, right?
I mean,
right?
America's about to tell the world what the fuck to do, and the world's gonna hate them.
But it's very historic.
Yeah, we'll see it. I'm tired of living through historical events. I can only imagine what the history books are gonna look like for like
You say you
down the line.
honestly, I would rather live in today's age than in the 40s or the 30s
Oh,
or back then.
I would
So
never would have lived back
okay,
then.
thank you. Like, I'm way,
Fuck outta here.
hell no. So when people
Nah.
be like, "Oh, I'm tired of living today," I'm like, "Yo,
No, I'm talking
bro,
about. I'm tired of hearing about. A new historical event. Like back then, it was probably more significant for them because it was like once in a while. But we've just
bro."
been hit with one after another after another. And I'm just like, all right.
I'm so happy they didn't ship me to some fucking Japanese beach and told me to kill some niggas, bro. I'm happy
Nah,
about
facts.
that. I'm way too happy
I'm
about
glad
that.
we're not in a full out war right now.
I'm glad they didn't ship me to freaking Europe and told me to kill some guy called Hitler, bro. I'm glad I'm not freezing to death in Belgium in the fucking foxhole, protecting myself from cannon shells being blasted at me constantly, 24/7.
Listen, we're in an age
You
of.
see, I'm very happy about that. I'm happy I didn't get shipped to the trenches because some nigga called Franz Ferdinand got shot by some 16-year-old. And I'm stuck here dealing with trench foot. I'm happy I don't have to deal with that. No thanks.
How is this next war gonna start?
Anyways, this was a great episode. I've got a lot of thoughts out today. We should have more of these convos, where we just ramble.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was very nice. I hope you guys enjoyed our
we're
conversation
tough
today.
in this episode.
I hope you guys enjoyed what we discussed today, and I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you for continuing to support us. Please like, subscribe, comment, hate, love, whatever you want to do.
Yo, talk to us. Tell us how you feel. Tell us how you really feel. Don't be a pussy. Freedom of speech, including hate.
This is the one platform we allowed them to. Okay.
Listen, talk your shit.
But yeah, thank you guys for
But just
coming
know that
and tuning in.
in talking your shit, I could talk my shit too. So talk your shit. Talk your shit, Sway. Talk your shit.
Anyways, any parting words?
You're not free.
Support Glare on Instagram. We'll link it in the bio and description. Fire hoodie. Cop one. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.